there's your physics. Let's see what other cool things we can do. So that's your differential equations, like in the nutshell of what it is. Initial value problem from drug dosing. A drug is administered to a patient through some kind of line which I can't pronounce at the rate of 6 milligrams per hour. So this is technically like insulin or something like that, right? Which is going from the bag into the system, and that's it. The drug has a half-life of corresponds to a rate of constant, right? 0.03. And then you just solve it from there. So medical field, engineering of any kind, physics, chemistry, general chemistry, I mean, like it's everywhere. Differential equations cover everything. So as soon as you get the rate of some sort, there you go, there's your derivative, and just from separation variables from there, you're done. So separable equation, logistics population growth is the better version. You can read that. Direction fields, we're going to skip that because we do it in differential equations and Calc 3. Where are the cool problems? What the hell? I mean, we can go into, let's see what I have in the homework section. That should be much. Ooh, I didn't talk about the initial value problem. Okay, we need to solve that. Oh, holy nightmare. How to check solution. Remember that every time when you have an equation, you get the solution and you can check if it's right. So if you have the x plus 3 equals to 5, and you solve it with whatever method you know, and you get the solution, you can plug that back to check, right? So that will be 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, and then 5 equals 5, and you're done. So this is how it used to be when you did these kind of equations. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's trigonometric, quadratic, or exponential, whatever kind of equation you have, take the solution, plug it back in for x, and check it. So now, what do we have to check? We had a differential equation that dp dt was equal to kp. And we had the solution, which was given as p equals some a e to the kt. And I want to check that. So I need to plug that in. But look what I have. I have a derivative on this side. So in order to plug in, I first have to find the derivative and then plug that in, and then plug p in as is, and then see if the mathematics works out. So what's the derivative p prime? It's k a e to the kt, right? From chain rule, k drops down. So that's your dp dt, right? This p prime. And now you plug everything in the equation. So now we plug in. So I get the derivative k a e k t equals to k times, and p was given as a e k t. Yay, same. See, the left side is equal to the right side as you plugged everything in. It worked out. So the derivative, I plugged into the derivative, equals copy k, and instead of p, I write what p is, which is the solution, and they're the same. So plug in. Cool, right? It's amazing. I can lower my bag for $30 a minute. Figure out how long it will take me. What is all this extra credit for everything you do? It's like I feel like I'm like working with like dogs or something, where I just have to give a treat every time something. I can't win. I'm just gonna leave.
Check under your seats.
Yeah, check under there's a humpback whale under each one of your seats. All right. So here's problem 18. Now I'm going to say this is initial value. Guys, in these initial value problems, we are learning an extra piece of information. Every solution that we had so far is called general solution, because you had that plus c or a constant that was undetermined and so on. You get family of solutions there. But if you are provided with a point on a graph, only one function will go to that point, and that becomes particular solution to the differential equation. So we're going to demonstrate that in this example, and we're done. I know, time flies when you're having fun. I will stretch it, now that you're asking. So here's the general differential equation dy dt. That is 8e to the negative 4t plus 1, and initial condition y of 0 is 5. So this means at time equals 0, y value is 5. Whatever the hell that means. Now, interpretation of that obviously is this, right, on the graph, t, y, because those are my variables, t and y. So that means that whatever solution I get, that particular function has to go to this point, right? That's what the meaning of initial condition is. So at time 0, y was 5, whether that was a distance or temperature or amount of fat, whatever. Now, I need to solve this, and clearly I will do separation of variables, put dt to the other side. I have dy is equal to, open parenthesis, 8e to the minus t plus 4 to the minus 4t, this one, dt, and then hit it with the integral. Boom. Y on the left-hand side is equal to, integrate the right-hand side. Anyone? Very good.
What is e raised to power 2? Negative 4? 4, right?
4, yeah. So when you integrate e to the negative 4t, you will get e to the negative 4t divided by negative 4. 8 divided by negative 4 is negative 2. Integral of 1 is t, and then you have plus c. Now, I am going to box this because this is what we call general solution. It has this plus c. But because we have this initial point, I can compute the value for c. So now we use y of 0 is 5. Plug in 5 for y, minus 2 times e to the negative 4 times 0 plus c. So every t is 0 now. Every t is 0. And y is 5. And we can just compute the value of c. 5 is equal to negative 2 plus c. So c is equal to 7. So now the solution is y of t, negative 2e to the negative 4t plus t plus 7. This is called particular solution. And you've technically seen the first lecture of differential equations course that you might be taking next semester in the fall. If you take Calc 3 over the summer, you definitely can take DFQs in the fall, and this is your day one of differential equations. Learning separation of variables, learning the words linear equation, learning what it is, learning what you can do with the solution and so on, and then keep pushing forward to get into the power series and stuff like that eventually. Questions, concerns? Straightforward, huh?
Are we gonna have like a cheat sheet, like for physics or the physics one?
Why? We just seen why you don't need anything. Why you don't need even for physics? Grab? Why not? Yes. Stream's on. Go on. The world is listening. Let me see. The world consisted of one person. Okay. How's this? How are we doing on time?
We have like 16 minutes.
Well, preferably yours. You find a calculator under the bridge, I mean, it's suspicious. All right, so let me, how about you solve one? Because you can. And the pen dies. There is a sign, right? That's a sign. Physics test tomorrow? You just learned how to do physics in a flash, so tomorrow you'll be golden.
That's so true.
There's a really big problem though with the physics exam tomorrow. It deals mostly with the.
We don't know what it is.
That's fair. We don't. But what we do know is that we're gonna have to draw like a ton of diagrams, and if you mess up one piece of the diagram, you mess up your whole answer.
Wait, did you?
Excellent.
You have to, if you don't do the diagram.
I don't think it'll take points off if you don't do the diagram. If you don't do the diagram, then that's that much more chance that you're gonna get it wrong.
Problem 26 from textbook.
You're just saying that it's in the presentation.
Case in point, just stay away from physics as long as you can.
I'm thinking of taking it after I retire.
After I retire,
I know
wow.
what's out there.
I have to know all the sciences before I die. But it's not going to be here. It's not going to be at
biology.
Not with
I don't think
copy.
physics is science.
You don't have to take those.
Not really.
Well,
Not for our business, we can which
yeah. Stupak teaches general.
And,
General work.
Is anyone solving the problem? Or are you all concerned with physics? I thought I just solved all your physics problems till.
Is the answer 3?
No. Solutions to differential equations are functions. Good luck guessing that one.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, actually.
We walked in here.
Because we didn't know integrals. No, wait. We did. I didn't know integrals.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, come on, let's go.
The general solution is y.
Just the hour.
Negative y. Just. Yeah. Wait, negative 1. Wait. Oh, the integral.
I'm gonna like walk over and become like line with
Wait, no. Negative y squared over negative y squared over 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice salad. Wait, this. I got it.
General solution. So that's
Oh, wait.
I give you another 2 minutes.
No. What if you move that infinity over there, and that bad boy goes up and move that bad boy
It's gonna be
there?
good enough for me to finish this, and then
basically
Shut up.
he just got conquered.
I really don't like this George.
Yeah. He's been like really mean to me lately.
Oh no, I'm not talking about. No. George who just raided my account on Clash of Clans.
I don't know if that's how it works. Oh, I thought we were talking about
Yeah. Is this one of these problems you can just like do in your head and find the answer?
No.
No. When he says you, he means you, not the collective.
The collective you. The answer is still no.
Oh.
Or is it?
Oh. Yeah. Just program it.
Actually, yes.
What?
You program it in and you solve it.
Doesn't it come out to dy over negative y plus 2 equals dx?
I don't know, this can't be x now, that has to be y. That's where I'm confused.
You just flip that bad boy.
All right, so let's see.
Multiply by dx and then divide by negative.
Nice.
dy equals minus y plus 1.
dy over negative y plus 2 is equal to dx. Awesome. So separation of variables.
Well, I tried moving dx to the other side, but then I realized that just like makes everything suck.
You have to do. You have to do it through division. So we hit the integral on both sides. Boom, boom. And we get negative ln 2 minus y, right? Equals to x plus c. So ln of 1 over 2 minus y is equal to x plus c. With the negative, right, goes as exponent negative 1, flips it. And then 1 over 2, I got this, equals to e to the x plus c.
No, I'm just so. What?
Yeah, I know. All of these logs and e's, and it's just, yes.
Okay.
So the negative 1 in front of ln goes as the exponent, which flips the fraction, right? And then hit e on both sides, kills ln. Now we separate off plus c. Oops, sorry, times. Which I'm going to call a again. A e to the x. Now, if I, what happened? A is e to the c. I just call it A. Now, I am going to use my, I can use my initial point at any point, so I'm going to use it now, which is y of 0 is -2. So what I get is, so plug in. Now what am I plugging in? I am plugging in y is equal to -2 and t is equal to 0. That's what I'm plugging in. Sorry, x equals 0, not t. Was it x or t? X. So now when I plug that in, I get 1/4 is equal to a e to the 0, which is 1. So a is 1/4. Plug that in. So 1/2 minus y is equal to e to the x over 4. Now I need to solve this for y, and I have the solution. So I guess flip both sides. 2 minus y is equal to 4 e to the minus x, right? Because when e to the x goes downstairs, bring it back, it picks up a negative exponent. And what's y equal to? 2 minus 4 e to the minus x. Ta-da! Particular solution. Does not have the plus c or a or anything like that. How awesome was this?
Pretty awesome.
I know. I used to spend hours just doing these things. No, the reason was because I was sharing computer with someone, so I couldn't play Counter-Strike, so I had nothing else to do. So I sat and I solved the whole differential equation textbook. Every single problem in it. It's a stock of papers this big. There was no solution manual.
I don't know if you were right.
Very easy. Y prime is equal to 4e to the negative x, and now you plug it in, and I did that for every single problem.
But how did you know that when you plugged it in it was right?
Right? How do you know that was right?
How can you know that you're checking if you were right was done right?
Because I was master of derivatives.
Alright, that's fair.
There we go. So now I plug this into the original differential equation. The original differential equation was y prime equals to negative y plus 2. So y prime was 4e to the minus x equals to minus, and the y was 2 minus 4e to the minus x and then plus 2. And when you distribute the negative, you have 4e to the minus x is equal to negative 2 plus 4e to the minus x plus 2. These die, and that's the same, and we know that that solution is gold. Go home. Yeah, I don't have any kind of, closing statement or anything like that. It's just go home.
You want to shut the stream off, I mean?
I could. Just leave it on all night.
Oh, you wrote it.
Okay, bye stream.